This lesson is all about adverbs of frequency. Adverbs of frequency answer the question, how often? They tell us how often or how frequently something happened. And please don't confuse adverbs of frequency with adverbs of time. Adverbs of time answer the question when, and this is how often. So please look at the adverbs of time lesson for more details on that. So the frequency can be definite, daily, weekly, yearly, etc. Or they can be indefinite, rarely, sometimes, often. And the position in a sentence varies as well. And because adverbs of frequency often describe habits, we'll see the present simple tense being used a lot in the examples. Then look at some definite adverbs of frequency. I eat breakfast every day. And as in all these examples, the adverbs are in italics to make them stand out easier. We go to the cinema once a month. They go on holiday twice a year. I drink tea 4 times a day. We go to a restaurant every other week. Anne never deviates from her daily routine. His salary is paid monthly. Now, those are all definite adverbs of frequency. And these are some indefinite adverbs of frequency, but even though they're indefinite, they can still be put in some sort of order, although it's subjective. So if we look at this table, and again, you might want to pause the table to read the examples, we've ordered them sort of from always, which is like 100% of the time, to never, which is 0%. And we've got usually, frequently, often, normally, sometimes. And these aren't all of them, by the way. There are a lot more adverbs of frequency than this table. This is used to illustrate a point. Now, we can assign values of 0 to never and 100 to always as a percentage. But what percentage value would you give frequently? 60? 70? It depends. What you give will be different from what somebody else gives. And here we see that the exact numbers are subjective, but most people would agree that the order is correct, even though they wouldn't give the same values to the adverbs. So as we said earlier, the position in the sentence can vary for adverbs of frequency. So it usually goes before the main verb. She normally does well in exams. I usually take the bus to work. We occasionally eat Chinese food. But with modal or helper verbs and the verb to be, the adverb is placed between these verbs and the main verb. So we are always happy to see you. Bob would never laugh at work. Bill doesn't usually drink on a weekday. Now here you can see the modal helper verb and to be, the adverb next, and then the main verb. Now some adverbs of frequency go at the beginning of the sentence. Always wash your hands before the meal. Sometimes I cycle to work. Occasionally, we like to eat a really hot curry. Once a month, we go to our favourite restaurant. And some adverbs of frequency go at the end of the sentence. I drink coffee every day. Judy goes on holiday twice a year. We go to our favourite restaurant once a month. And I really am sorry, but there's no hard and fast rule that explains where you put these adverbs. You just have to see it and learn it and use it and practice it. I'm sorry about that. And to make it more interesting, some adverbs of frequency are actually flexible in their positioning. Sometimes I cycle to work. I sometimes cycle to work. Or even I cycle to work sometimes. But they're not that flexible that you can say, I cycle sometimes to work. This isn't an option that we can use. So we put a big red line through it. 3 out of 4 is not bad. Again, reading will help you. Practice them. You will find it easier with use and time and practice.